Alright, so I just got done staining this. This looks pretty darn good right here. Move that over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, flip this over. We're going to use some mink oil on the back. Mink oil is going to allow it to retain the sheen that it's got going on and give it a little extra color while also allowing it to have that rough interior to completely hold this pipe in place. These pipes that are going to be used in it. There we go. And that's it. We're going to wipe off the excess oil. Not too shabby. And we got a nice edge there. And this is going to look really good. And then our last coat here. We're going to add some Resin to the top, and then we're going to token all the edges, and we will be set. Good old trusty Resin. Again, I use the Phoebing's Resin here. There we go. One nice coat to the top there, and that is already looking pristine. Well-oiled, well-lubricated machine. That Emberwood color has a real nice quality to it, and it definitely goes a long way. Alright, get those edges knocked out really quick, just double check. Alright. That over there, looking good. Now for tokenol. Tokenol here. Got our trusty little piece of canvas. This is a brand new piece I pulled last night, and it's got a little bit extra in it. So the nice part is simply run that along that line. And you're just listening to that nice little pop at the end of the end of each stroke. There we go. There it is. And a little bit more on the edge here. The end, I guess. likes to soak in. That's some good stuff right there. Nice little clean along that edge. And there's the shine we were looking for. All right, a little more along that edge. And we want to try to keep it off the inside as much as possible because that can stain a little bit. Hopefully that that mink oil, I've never used it before, so hopefully that mink oil keeps it nice and dry and stain free. Nice and glossy. A little bit more over here. Really close on that edge. There it is. Not too shabby. That's a good looking piece right there. And it's got some light spots, some dark spots, and that is exactly what we're going for. So, yep, look at that. Deep, almost wood grain to it. And there's almost no inner issues. And once we get this hole in place, it's going to be a really, really good looking piece. Let me see. Now I've been using my hole punch here. I go with the largest size in the hole punch for this. That one. There. So first I line up my hole. Make sure that's pretty much dead center because I'm using the Buffalo nickel concho for this. Pop in there, flip this around, line up our edges. Once I have our edges aligned, then I just pop it right through. All right. And is solid. I do like to come back through the other side and just clean up that hole just a smidge. And there we go. Solid hole, evenly spaced, and ready for that concho. Now I can take my gloves off. I don't need them anymore for the rest of this. But what that's going to look like is this right here. And that's a good looking piece. Look at that. I'm actually going to put this through this side. It's a good looking piece. Nice. The reason I put it through this side is because I did the initial hole through this side, so it lined up, and it's going to sit in there better than the hole that I punched reverse. So we're going to throw this all the way through. Put that right in there. Really get that lined up. Use our screwdriver. Tighten it up. And look at that. We have a completed pipe rocker in about 20 minutes. Just a titch. Kind of straighten out our line there. And there it is. Get my hands out of the way. That's a really good looking piece. Now for the test, as always, go and find our bulldog. And this is a touch smaller, so this is the 10-inch. So the 10-inch works just fine for this. And look at that. It's really going to hold really well. Now it's not perfect. That mink oil does give it a little bit of a slick polish to it, but what it does is that it allows this thing to adhere to it without losing that inner quality. And again, that's a good little piece. And just the old side test, I can flick this pretty good and it's not going to just fall over. I'd have to actually do that. And there we are. One finished pipe rocker. And Emberwood pipe rocker specifically.